Okay.
There we go. Hi, I'm Joey. I'm with Electric City Art Gallery, and the famous cameraman is my stepson. That's Evan. And we're going to walk through the gallery. It's been an adventure, and I first want to thank Amy from DC, or DSIC, who's been a phenomenal help today. These are the windows coming into the gallery. We were open for 2 weekends before the lovely present day event happened, and in that time, we had quite a few people come through. It was a soft opening. We don't have our sign yet and everything, but we're really looking forward to it. And so J Street's a beautiful street in downtown Schenectady, and we can't wait to welcome everybody to come on through the door here. Bright orange door. And this is the inside of the art gallery. I'm going to lock the door and make sure nobody comes in. This we'll be putting out front as soon as we possibly can. So we'll all be wearing masks and taking care of things so that pretty soon we can get back to some sort of normal. I'm going to run through and tell everybody a little bit about each of the artists that is involved here. I started the gallery because of a few things. I love Schenectady. I believe in Schenectady. I think we have a great vibe here. The things are coming back and people want to be here. Number two, I'm an artist and I'm local. I grew up in Schoharie County. My partner, now my husband, and I live right here in Schenectady. And so a friend of ours said something about it, and I said, one of these days I'll open a gallery in Schenectady, and she just looked at me and said, why not now? And that was Bonnie up at Mangino's Gourmet, so thanks to Bonnie too. The first artist that I'll talk about is Amy Pressman. Amy is out of the Berkshires, and I've known Amy for quite some time. She's a very good interior designer who is now partially retired and spends her time doing art. She does a couple different kinds. One is encaustics, and encaustics is a wax. This is a beautiful wax treatment that's done on top of acrylic, and this is all wax that's done on top of plywood. And the interesting thing, people think hot, cold, does that matter? It really doesn't. The heat isn't going to affect it. You'd have to be extremely hot, but having it in the back of a car sitting there isn't going to affect it. It's a permanent art form. And if you take a nylon, a woman's nylon, and buff it out, it brings a sheen back to the art. It's really a beautiful and interesting form of art. Amy also does watercolors. I think her watercolors are absolutely beautiful and very reasonable. We try to keep the art in a reasonable cost so that people can afford to have a piece of original art and start a collection in their home. For instance, like this set of two is $500 for the pair, and they're framed, ready to go. From Amy, we also have a whole bunch of original watercolors that are done here, and these are $150 each. All original, variety to look through. Next artist is the only person from out of the area, and that is Catherine Peltier, and she is out of Michigan, good friend of mine, and she does ceramic art that's absolutely gorgeous. And these are some necklaces. Come on up here close, buddy. These are some necklaces that she does. I think it's a great idea for Mother's Day. They're $140 each. Each one is handmade. Each one is totally original. Great pieces, and I have one absolutely beautiful lamp that she did also. Now above those are three prints. These are replicas of originals that I did that have sold. This is a floral that's actually the original is at a collector's house in the Catskills. This piece right here is called Waterfall, and the original to it is in MVP Healthcare's headquarters. And this piece here is called Copper Explosion, and the original to that, it was bought by Warren Buffett's nephew. So that's out in Omaha, Nebraska. But each of these is $150 because that helps people to start an art collection, whereas the original sold it for a little bit more than that. Next we have some really, really cool sculptures, and these are just minis. I love these little guys. And they're by a local artist, Mark Anthony. And Mark Anthony does great stuff. We'll see some of his larger pieces in the back. Each of these is $50, hand painted, hand done. Every bit of what we have here is original art. So it's really fantastic. You could see somebody wanting a collection of a few of these. We have a few of them back at our house. They don't come down here. Next we have Joanne, and we'll see more of her work in the other room. But Joanne is a glass artist, and her work is absolutely beautiful. She has earrings and jewelry. Again, Mother's Day coming up, perfect time for that. Anywhere from $30 to the earrings to $75 for some of the necklaces. And then we have another Amy, and Amy works with resins, and we're going to see her artwork in a couple of minutes. Her artwork is fantastic. She does collages, and she does a lot with inks and things like that. These are some resin keychains. So you can see we're trying to have an art gallery where people can come in and they can buy something, but you don't have to be fearful of coming through the door thinking everything's $1,000 or $2,000. It's not. We have items for $12. We have items that are really, really reasonable. Here we have Alec, and Alec is a great oil painting artist, and these are some of his originals. These are $150 each. We have a couple more on the wall up here that we will be able to show you. Back behind me, we have more items that are of Mark Anthony that are a little bit larger. Each of these is done with wood that has been reclaimed, and it's just repurposed. They're really beautiful. They stand. I love to hear people come into the gallery and tell us what they look like. Some people say birdhouses. Some people say that they remind them of the old appliances that stood on the legs and stuff, so it's really interesting. A piece up here on the wall is an original of mine that's done on plywood. It's called Wilted Flower, and I just like that distressed visual of it and the color just being pulled away from there with that. We also have cards, and all of the cards that are here are done of original pieces of artwork of mine. All the cards are blank inside and have a label on the back to show the emblem of the gallery, Electric City Art Gallery, and these are all $5 each for the cards. Now if we look back up here, I'm going to get to the ceramic table in a minute. This whole wall here is of Amy's. This is a different Amy. Amy is from Schenectady, and you can see she does these great collages and of famous people. I just absolutely love these. Like if you look at this one here, for instance, of Audrey Hepburn, and you look at the background is actually maps of New York. So it's not just a collage, there's a story there that goes along with it. So Amy's really, really sharp with that type of thing, and she pours a lot of attention and detail into what she does. I'm thrilled to have her here in the gallery. And then you can see the inks and the bright, vibrant colors that she works with, and she does a fantastic job with that. On the table, I have two different ceramic artists, okay? First we have Marcy, and Marcy is a friend of our other Amy's, and Marcy is out of the Berkshire Mountains, and every piece of hers is just so amazingly detailed. Everything is done by hand, and if you look at the pieces, you'll see the detail in them, how wrapped that is, and just how beautiful. So it's a true art that she does. I want you to see the base that she does on the bottom of this vase. It's absolutely beautiful detail. So you can see her talent in that. And the other pottery people that we have here, the ceramics, is a great group. It's the Smythe Sig Gallery, or pottery, and they are out of the Middleburg area, so they're fairly close by too. Their pieces just incorporate vibrant colors, great sizes, all sorts of different things. And in the other room, I'll show you, we have smaller pieces by them, being anywhere from a teapot to smaller vases to coffee cups. So the teapots are $60, the coffee cups are $25 each, the smaller vases are $60 each. So again, those smaller gifts, Mother's Day is coming up, no problem whatsoever. And what we're going to be doing is selling the items to people, and we will bag them up, wrap them in some tissue paper, and have them available at the door when you come by. We'll set up a particular time when you can come by and pick it up, so we don't have to worry about the current situation. And then we're going to walk on back through here. More of Amy's work, very beautiful pieces with this. Then we're going to take a walk in this room here. and I can show you more of that, the smaller ceramic pieces that are in here. With different things that this would be fantastic if you had a teapot and you wanted something to hold tea bags. It's these with each individual lids. Those are $60, the teapots. And then these vases, this is porcelain vases. I just absolutely love that. Look at the colors, and that's $60 for those items. Below that is the lamp that I was talking about, and that's by Catherine. Catherine is, again, she's from Michigan, and her work is just so detailed. It's so bohemian and eclectic. In an earlier life, Catherine was also an interior designer, and she still does that on the side, but she worked for Canon Design, which is a very large interior design company that works on large jobs around the world. And then you can see we have other smaller vases and fantastic coffee cups that they make. And these coffee cups are great because they have little paw prints going through them. So whether you're a cat lover or a dog lover, I'm a dog lover, you can get a coffee mug for somebody with that and show that off. Now in this, I really want to show you Joanne's glasswork. Just step back a little bit and show all of that glasswork. Glasswork has been super popular. It's just beautiful. I think Joanne has a real gift for working with the glass, working with color. You can see the different shapes, different sizes, and the price ranges on these range anywhere from the smaller pieces are $50 up to this detailed one, which is $150. So most of them are in that range. The necklaces down along here, $75 to $100. And then we even have some light switch covers that she did with the glass. And these are $25 a piece. But they're really beautiful. She's got a real gift for color and for just a great sense of working with the glass. I can't wait to see what she does going forward with some larger pieces for the wall. Along the back here, we have different art. This is Rick Sicchetti, who is an oil painting artist, and we'll show you more of his in the back of the gallery shortly. Absolutely loves Rick's work. He lives right here in the Stockade, and we met Rick at the Stockade Art Show and saw his work and immediately knew we wanted to have him to be a part of the gallery. And actually that's where we met Amy, who does the collages. This is a piece of mine, and that's called Self-Portrait. There, another piece of Rick's and a piece of Amy's right here. So we have quite a variety of art, and these range in prices from $400, $650, $650, $250. So the prices are all over the board with our art. And again, keep in mind, you know, we're talking about original art from artists, and this is their thing. So we're paying for the supplies, we're paying for sometimes the frame, and the amount of time that an artist puts into the work that's on there. So very proud of the artists that we have here, and for just starting off to have such good quality art in here. If you come out, these are two more by Alec, and his work is just absolutely beautiful. You look at these faces and you can feel the emotion with these people, with these individuals. It's just fantastic. This is more from Marcy, and you can just see the detailed work in this ceramic up on the wall. Absolutely love that. Over on this side, we have a few pieces by Will, and Will is our photographer. And the great thing about Will's photography, I think Evan is showing right now, those are a couple more by Amy.
Oh.
That's okay, buddy. This here, his photography may look like it's from Rome or something like that. This is actually in the Adirondacks. And I just think he has a fantastic ability to capture something that a lot of us might just walk by and not really see. But if you look at the sunset here and the visual, now this top one, everybody absolutely loves that. Like, how do you capture this picture of a lone camper out there with the pink in the sky and just that? It's absolutely beautiful. I love Will's work and just his dedication to it. He's so technical with it, being there at the right time and capturing just the right look. So thrilled to have Will on board too. And these are framed pieces. They're $250 each. And around the corner, we have individual pieces by Will. that are all down here that you can sort through and frame them any way you want. And they're all signed and they're matted, and they're $100 a piece, which again I think is a fantastic price for a beautiful photograph. And here we are. There's one. This is J Street right out here, which is a great view of that. Looking forward to seeing that filled with a whole bunch of people. Over on this wall, straight on back, I'm going to have Evan go on a panoramic view right back. That is all Rick Sichetti's work, and he paints with oils. And again, I just think his use of color and just the depth that he achieves with it is absolutely fantastic. I want to point out one that I just love. This one here, it just to me reminds me of, we've just come off a really long winter, and it just feels like you're looking out a window at the seascape and everything. I really love Rick's work. I think he's fantastic. Back over here are 4 pieces by Rick that are framed and ready to go. They're $750 each, all originals, beautiful depth of color and everything. Interesting thing about Rick, I'll tell you now, he's actually colorblind, which makes his work even more astounding that he's able to do what he does and be colorblind. That's a pretty amazing fact. The larger pieces here are more of Mark Anthony's work. Now, Mark Anthony recently moved back into the area with his wife. He's moved around quite a few times, and he does very large-scale showings of his work at universities, museums, bigger affairs like that. And these pieces here, again, are all put together with individual pieces. Come on up here, buddy. I'm going to show people. This was a contractor just writing out what he was going to do on the back of a piece of wood. And that was used in this too. So, I mean, the ingenuity that goes into this is just fantastic. And the fact that it swivels and everything. So this sculpture here is $800. And we have a few more here. I'm going to show you one that everybody comes in and just loves this piece here. The whole bottom of it is done with individual toothpicks along the bottom. And if you look inside here, it's all individual wood shavings. And in this, just layers and layers of plywood that are put together, and the paint colors and the different pieces. It's truly an art form. It's just fantastic. I was, again, so glad to have Mark Anthony on board with us at the gallery. And Evan will show this whole back wall here, and this is my work. And then we'll finally show you this, which is a proud American. I'm very proud to be an American, ex-Navy boy. So this flag is just a cool representation with that. But I work a lot with abstract art. I love color, I love texture. I work with acrylics. And a little bit about me, this summer it'll be 6 years. I'm a cancer survivor. And I started painting because after I found out I had cancer, I really needed to lower my stress level. So I started painting just to do that. And one thing led to another, and that's what led me to this. I work with a lot of interior designers and architects, and that's my day job. I market commercial architecture products to architects and designers in hopes that they'll use my products there. And some of them started saying, wow, you've really got a gift for this. Where did you learn this? And I'm just thankful that it's a talent that came out through a bad thing, but sometimes a lot of good comes out of something that's bad. Let's hope we see a lot of good that comes out of this whole situation that we're going through now as a country and as a world. I hope we can learn from it, and I hope that we bounce back really strong and come out of this more unified than we've been in the past. That'd be great. I want to show you the back of the gallery here. I like to work a lot with pieces like this. This is actually a piece that I found at a thrift store, and I took the canvas out and I redid the canvas, but I like to use the old frames and repurpose things that might not seem like they have much of a life left. I call this Buttercup because it just reminds me of spring flowers. And that and then you can get a quick glance in the back because every art gallery has more art in the back that's ready to go up on the walls. So as soon as we sell some of the pieces that are out front, we're gonna move some of the pieces that are back here. This one here is actually sold already. That one was sold quite some time before to a wonderful friend of mine, and she knows who I'm talking about. So this is a diptych piece with more color on it here, and that'll be going out on the wall at some point. We have more pieces back here by Amy. We have some more pieces up here by Rick. We have more encaustics by the other Amy. So we're ready. We're ready to be open. We're ready to do business and just get back to it. Like I said, we were open for 2 weekends. It was a soft opening. We haven't had our grand opening yet. We'll be doing our grand opening this summer after we get our sign, which we've got the permit working through. When we come out of this, hopefully we can get that taken care of. A little bit about the space. It was used for a different business before, and the space ended here with a curtain across the wall. And the ceilings in here were all painted burgundy, and shredded that out, painted them all out white, given a crisp new look, built the partition wall behind here, and put in all new lighting, because I think the main thing that we wanted to do was to make sure it felt like a real art gallery. And that's something that I think Schenectady needs and Schenectady deserves. So again, it's just a joy to be here. We'll go back out front and look at a little bit that we have in the window before we finish up here. And again, if anybody has any questions or anything, you can reach out to us. We will allow one person at a time to come into the building with a mask on to look at the art and things like that if they're serious and they set up an appointment. So that's something you can do. And with that, our website is Electric City Art Gallery at www.electricityartgallery.com. And you can go and see us on Facebook or on Instagram. We show a lot of pictures on that. I'm going to come back out here, start where we started, look in the windows a little bit better, and you can get an idea in here of more of the work by the different ceramic artists, by Amy Power in the back there, a couple of her pieces, Rick Sacchetti, Amy Pressman, a couple of my pieces, beautiful piece of glass by Joanne. Again, she works so much with the acrylic glass, which has that shine and that depth to it. Again, Marcy with that beautiful vase, and then up top, Mark Anthony, the piece. And then on this side here, you see more of the ceramic from Smythe Sid Gallery. And then again, Amy and me, another Amy, that's there, and Rick Sacchetti over here. So I think we're probably a little bit early. Yeah, we are. We managed to do that. But I think that covers everything. Again, we're really looking forward to being open again. I think all of Schenectady is. And I want to thank you for taking the time and for spending a little bit of time with Electric City Art Gallery. Thanks. Bye now.